Folks, Rob here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be doing our campaign game for the Slaughter at Ponyri. So we're going to be playing the whole thing, again using the solitaire rules. We're going to be doing all of these campaign dates here. We're going to start off with 7 July AM, obviously, and we're going to do this setup. So these are the OBs. Obviously, the Russians will be played by the system. I'm going to be playing the German friendly. So all of my units are purchased, and this is what we're looking at here. So you can see the nice rectangular formation of the Russian setup. I basically have suspects set up within 5 hexes of the perimeter, and we have a whole bunch of minefields and wire. Now these are not all minefields, these are a potential for a minefield, because with solitaire it's very difficult to play hidden initial placement in minefields. So what I've done is I've generated a bunch of rules to mimic that effect, and so let me bring those up. And basically what happens is whenever I run into a mine, there's a chance that there will be a dummy, or it could be a flame mine, or it could be a build. So whenever I run into one of those, it's going to be one of these here. So 2 to 9 will be nothing, it'll be a flame mine or a mine build. Yeah, it's going to be a chance of something occurring in one of those hexes. And every time I clear it, it could be, again, either a real mine or it could be a dummy. So we'll see how that plays out. Again, this is also part of a playtest, so I'm just going to see how accurate these numbers are. They may have to adjust up or down, depending on how it goes. Alright, so that is the mines that you see there. So these are turn 3 reinforcements going to come on from this area here, but the balance of everything is going to be coming on. Excuse me. Frog in my throat. We're going to be coming on the west edge. Now I do have 3 OBAs. The one exception to this, normally you're only allowed to have 2, is rocket OBA does not count. So the first thing we're going to do is fire that rocket and get rid of that, and hopefully activate a crap load of suspects, and then I can start pushing in to the Russian perimeter. So my plan is, because with Slaughter at Ponyri, what we have is basically anywhere from 5 to 8 turns. We don't know when it's going to end. But essentially, when you get to game turn 5, players bid. Now, obviously, the system is going to play for the Russians, so we're going to roll a die. It's randomized. And depending how good I feel I'm going, I could decide to continue or I could decide to cease. We'll roll a die for the Russian side, and we'll see whether or not we continue. But between turn 5 and turn 8 is when the game is going to end. And my goal, initially, is going to be to try and punch through this line. And I want to swing up to the north, so that I can try and failure route everything that activates in this area, and maybe try and make a little pocket here. We'll see how that goes. And meanwhile, in the south, I'm just going to try and force my way eastward and try and bunch through this line. Now, I'm going to have to be careful that I don't push too far to the east. You can see there's absolutely nothing in depth except for this one cluster around the Ponyri station. So I got to be careful I don't game the system too much, because a normal player probably would have had something more in depth, and depending on how things activate, it may be easier or maybe too hard depending on how I've set it up. In terms of parameters, this is what we're looking at. So random events for the enemy are 3, 4, 5. I don't have any as a friendly. I didn't want to spend my points on that. I'd rather buy artillery or something else. AC is 3, which is going to be very high, because for one, we don't look at this is gone. I do have my own, and the AC that we're looking at are here. So adjacent to VPO, enemy within 2 is going to be a -1, and if it's a reinforcement group, it's going to be a -1. So the only one that's really going to apply is this one here, enemy within 2 and adjacent to a VPO. Now there's going to be several wooden buildings in the west side. That's going to be a -1, and enemy within 2 is going to be a -1. So you're looking at 4 or 5 for activation. So there's going to be a lot of activation. All that to say. Alright, so I think that's enough babble. Let's get into the action, and we'll start with our rocket OBA. First things first, do the wind change. First dice of the game, really. 7, nice middle die roll. And I don't have any activities. I think I've already broken down my half squads. Yeah, there's one. let me put them at the top so that I remember where they are. These are my scouts that I'm going to use for busting concealment. Something very useful in solitaire that you normally don't get a chance to do too much of in regular play. They tend to die quickly, although a lot of players, from what I've found in my experience with my limited experience, albeit in tournament play, is that they use a lot of half squads still for scouting play, so it's not a totally useless tactic in game face-to-face play, but they still have a place. May have to get some more guys down here. I must have put a password on for this one. I can't remember what this one is. Yeah, I can't delete them. Shit. I have to remember what that one is. So right now I'm missing troops. So that would probably be... what would my password be? Alright, so I think I got all my half squads in place up there. Over here. Yeah, I do. Okay, so that's fine. Everything's set. Wind change is set. Let's go to prep fire, and I need to do my OBA. Alright, so we do have our Nebelwerfer rocket. That should be the 150. 150 rocket. 100. Yeah, this is the rocket right here. Because we have plentiful ammunition and a pre-registered, so we get 10. This should be 150. Not 120. Alright, so we need black for access, then we need black because we don't have anybody known around our vicinity. So rocket can never be accurate, so we're just going to do our deviation. And hopefully it does not screw us too much. 6 for 2. 1, 2. Well, I guess we're okay there. Alright, bring in this puppy. Slap it down, and we'll do our harassing template right there on the 150. Get rid of that. Target hex. So what are we looking at here is basically on the 150 I need a 5 or less to destroy mines. So no effect there. Get rid of that. Then we'll destroy F-22. 5 or less, so that would activate something. So let me do a roll to see if it is a minefield. It is a minefield. That's actually a flame mine. So that'll be gone. And then we'll destroy this Fnatic outpost, or I should say hit it. Let's make the hexes bigger. Then we can see what we're doing. Alright, so I thought that was harassing size. No, it's not doing the big one. Okay, that's a oopsie. Let's use this. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, so then we'll do F-22. We did a 7 up 2, 3 because it's fortified. So that'll be a 10, it'll be a 2 check. So we're going to have to do activation. 1 for 2, and we get 2 activations. 1, 2, 2 8s are going to generate two squads. 1, 2, a 10 and a 5. 10 and a 5 will give us 5, 2, 7 and a 4, 5, 8. And 1, 2, so they're both fine. They keep their conceal because they made their checks. And F-23 for shell hole. Yep. And then F-24. That is a rubble. Yep, so these guys are gone. Both are activated. $10 and 11. Get us a gun and a squad and a support weapon. So we have a gun, squad, and a support weapon. And a leader. Alright, so that would be a 5. Oh, gun's only 1 die. So that's going to be a 70. You can't be that. Alright, so that's a 45. The crew. Then we had a squad, which was a 4. 4 gets us a 628 assault engineer. And a support weapon, we get a DC. And then the leader's an 8, down 1, gets us 7, gets us an 8-1. These guys are all destroyed. And we put rubble there. shell hole D23, 22, second ring E21, F21, G22, 8 flat will get us a 3 check, 2 activations. So we're adjacent to VPO -1, and we have somebody within 2 -2, so they're both going to be activated. All right, and that means that two of these. 1, 2, 8, and 8. So 8 will get us probably a squad and fortified. Squad. So it looks like we're going to have a 628 engineer. And an 8 should be a 447. And fortified 1, 2, down 1, and a 3. So that's an entrenchment. And then we have a 1, which is an obstacle or an entrenchment. Could be a that, so it's an obstacle. It's going to be a 1, which is a mine belt. So that's not going to work. So we're going to ignore that, and we're now in a trench. Gives them another +2. So that's going to then be on the 10. On the 30 is a 2 check now. All right, so 2 check. 447 and the 628. This guy's broken. This guy is pinned, which is very good because now we can drop a 150 with a known unit. We don't have to do a second chit draw. And G23. Activation. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and a 7. 7's going to be nothing. And actually, let's get that out now. Seven and a 3. 3 is going to get us a squad leader gun. All right, so we have a squad, a leader, a gun, and another fortification. No. Actually, they get a -1. Squad is going to be a 447. Yeah. Eight's going to be an 8, 8-0. And the gun's going to be outside 4, probably a 45, yeah. All right, and they get a 7 on the 150 is a 4 check. That's going to hurt. Leader, squad, crew. So the squad's pinned, and everybody else is broken. You're ELR'd, broken, and you're pinned. All right, G24. Nothing there, and then F23, or 4 I should say, 8, Not going to destroy the wire. This is going to be a +4. We should put it on the 12. We get a 1 check still. -1 for the entrenchment and -1 for within 2. So we're going to get 2 activations. 6 and a 9. 2 squads, 2 support weapons, and a fortification. Squad, support weapon, and another fortification. So it's going to be entrenchments, which we already have, so we don't have to worry about that. Squad's going to be a 458. 458. And we have a 4 and a 9. We'll generate a light mortar and an LMG. Yeah, all right, so LMG and a light mortar. All right, and that is a morale check 1, 2, heat of battle. Russian is a +2, elite is a -1, so it's going to be a +1, so you're actually fanatic now. Great. And then E25. We have shell hole, and we're going to destroy a mine. Oh, one of these. So that is a dummy minefield. And do we burn the grain? We do. So we actually have flame and a shell hole. D24, C24, C23, 22, 21, shell hole. All right, this gets flipped over to FFE2, and we can rinse repeat next turn. So I guess it was okay, successful. All right, let's do the second chit draw or second OBA for the 150. And I think we're going to drop it here now that we have activation. It's just pre-registered, so that's really great. So we have contact automatically because we're off board. Let's do a chit draw. We have black, and we're going to land it right there, which means I need a 4 or less to land where I am, which I do. Okay, so we're going to convert right to FFE, lay down our 150. Target hex. Alright, so that's going to be a 12. Up 4 is going to be nothing. Seriously? And G21. We have an 8. 8 flat will be a 3 check. Activation for 2. 1, 2. So we have 1 dummy, and we have 1 for real. The real guy is an 8, which is a squad, and a support weapon. Fortification, excuse me. Squad and one of these. So might be a pillbox. So 4 is going to be a 628 engineer. And a 1 with a further -1. No, that's going to be an obstacle. That's going to be an obstacle. All right, so what kind of obstacle do we get? Another one is a 2. 2 is going to be a flame mine. So again, that's not going to work. What we're going to do is I'm going to give this guy a pillbox. We're going to give him an LMG and we're going to give him a pillbox. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we get a 135 pillbox and an LMG, so that's fine. That's going to be a +5 now to his 8, so it's going to be a 13 on the 30, which would be an NMC, and he's fine. H21. That should be a shell hole, yes. .22. 9 is going to be a 2, I think we said. 2 check, yeah. 1, 2. 1 and 1. 9 is going to be a squad and a support weapon fortification. Squad, support weapon, and one of these. So again, we're going to have obstacle or entrenchment. Squad's a 447. Support weapon is going to be a light mortar or an LMG. Oh, a medium. Okay, that'll work. And a 2. Further one of those is a 6. Will get us a entrenchment, right? To which we can then add 4 to that roll, so that was now a 13, which is NMC, which is fine. And U. Uh, 5 for the guys in the road. They're having a rough go. That's a KIA. 1 KIA. Alright, so we have a leader, 447, and a crew. 447's dead. You guys are broken again, so you guys are gone. And the gun is, I believe, a 5 on this table would be destroyed. Yeah, so the gun's gone too. And we have a shell hole. F22. 7 up 3 is a 10, is a 2 check. 458 and the 527 are both fine. No sniper. This they would probably keep because nobody's within line of sight. Matter of fact, these guys would have kept theirs too. And F21 is fine. Alright, that gets flipped. FFE2. This gets flipped. Sorry, this gets flipped. And now we can do our movement phase. I also have another OBA, the 100, which I think I'm bringing on here. But I also think maybe I'm going to wait. I could wait to activate a unit and then I could do it because I don't know. I don't want to draw a red just yet. And when I start moving, I'm going to start activating. So I think that would make sense to do that. All right, let's go to move. And I think I'm going to start. Let's start down the bottom. Why not? Why not? Alright, I need a leader with command die roll. 9-1 looking good. So this 9-1 here is in command, which means this 8-1 is in command, and then everybody within 2 is as well. Oh, then 9-2 would have been in command, actually. And then he would pass it down. Alright, so then we'll send in this guy first. We're going to CX. So let's go 1.5. Now these guys would all be +1, 2, 3, down 1 would be +2, too far away. You got to be within 2 hexes with the Russians to be at a +2. So no, no, no. 3 at a +1. This guy would be at 5x range with +0, too far away. This guy would be at too far away. So this would be at 0 for this guy. Actually, he'd be at a -1. So this guy would activate. A 2 will be something. Gets us a 12. That's a pack front. Wow, right out of the gate. So that means this is going to be the fire controller hex, which we can't put there. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to put the fire controller guy here. No, we're going to put him here. No, we're going to put him right in the road. Okay, so this guy and this guy and this guy are all going to be gone. We're going to put a fire controller trench here. Not what I want to do. Here. Alright, so this is where the player's discretion comes into play. So we're going to put it in a pack front right here. And what kind of gun are we looking at? 4 is going to be a 45 double long. So clearly my armor is not going to be coming on this way. I'm not going to walk right into the teeth of this. We'll conceal him for now. Actually, you would not be concealed because you're in a road. You guys are. And this guy is not as well. Back to you. So that is a... I need my counter again. That is 3. This would be a +2, -1's a +1, 4 hexes away. This guy would be at a +2 and a +1.5, +3, down 1, too far away. You can't see. If I come here, that would be 4.5. And you would be at a 0, 4 hexes away. So this would be activation for this guy here. Activated as a 6 will be a squad and support weapon. That should be a 458 with a light mortar. Alright, so we're going to fire the 4 flat. 7 on the 4 is a pinning, so you're pinned. And we're going to fire the tube as well. That would be 2 residual from the IFT, and then it is a miss with the mortar. Alright, so that is a lot to run into right now with this pack front. Again, this Stu 42 is not long for this world if I enter that way. I have to get smoke onto this position before I can even think about moving. I want to activate more, so let's CX as well. We're going to come here for 1. One, two, three, 4 hexes away, +1, -1, or +2, -1 would be too far away to activate. If I come here for 2.5, that would be at a +2, -1 would be a 3. These guys would activate. So let's start with you. Yes. That's a 9, gets us a squad support weapon fortification. Squad is a 11, it's a 527. Support weapon is a light mortar. I have a feeling I'm going to be generating too many light mortars. And are we fortified with something? A 4, it would be just a trench, so you're fine. Let's do a 2 up 1. No effect. And we'll fire the tube. That will be a hit and rate. No shot. This guy here activated as an 8 squad support weapon, 447 with a 9 is a LMG. Yes. So that would be a 6 up 1. No effect. This guy here. No, he's dummy. And then this guy here activated as a 10 gun, another gun. Wait, one of these. That's going to be a 76 long artillery. And we are fortified. So you're fine, you're just what you are. That goes over there, put a gun. Alright, so +1 to hit is going to be a 7 or less. That is a hit. 4 on the IFT, and the 12 should be a 3 check. And you are broken. And he had rate of fire. Well, definitely did your job of finding shit. You guys are going to assault move into A35. You'll assault move into that. You're effectively an 8-1 armor leader. So you're going to outrule that guy. You didn't take your own command die roll. You pass it. So let's go hatches down. And you guys are going to come here as well. Actually, let's take this guy first. No, you guys are going to come here. No, we're going to send in the half squad first. We're going to CX. Excuse me. All right, our brave little half squad. This would be a 1 + 2 - 1, too far away. Too far away. Can't see. Too far away, too far away. This would be at 3 move. +1 - 1, too far away. Then here we have 4. And we would be at a 3 move. So yeah, so these guys are all going to activate here. So let's start with him. Activate. 7 is nothing. 1 is activation as an 8 squad support weapon. Squad is a 628 with a DC. So it's going to be a 2 flats. Yeah, 5 on the 2 is an NMC, and you're broke. Alright, so then you guys are going to assault move into here. This pack front's going to open up this guy here. +1 for this, 2 for this, and small target is a +3. So we're going to need a 7 or less to hit. APCR, I should mention. So 43, we have no APCR. And let's fire AP. That will hit, rate of fire. And it hits the turret. So 45 double long, I think is an 11. Yeah, nothing for range. So we need a 3 or less to kill. No kill. Tink. He only spent 1 move. Let's stop for 2 so I can fire again. And I'll miss that time, I believe. Yes, I will. +1 for grain, 2 for grain, 3 for large size or small size. Acquired ones would be a +2, so yeah, I needed an 8 to hit, so I missed. This guy here is going to rotate. So that's going to be a +3, 4, 5, We have 1 for the grain here, light grain, 2 for this grain, small target. Rotation is +6, so you need a 4 less to hit. That's a hit, rate of fire, sniper. And again, you need a 3 or less. No hit. Second shot. That will hit, last shot, and then a kill. That is just enough. Hull hit, so you've just immobilized it. Yeah, so you just immobilized it. Missed a sniper in there. Sniper is not hot. So you're done. You're done. And you're immobilized. All right. And you're acquired twice. This guy's going to rotate as well. You're going to have a little bit more grain to go through. Plus half, plus 1.5, 2.5. Small target will be 3.5. So you're going to be at 3 at the same thing. Small target, yeah. So you're going to be at a +3 as well. So +6. So you'll be the same actually. So 4 less to hit. And you miss, rate of fire. And you miss. So you've acquired twice. Oh, actually, no. You've acquired once because you lose 1 on your rate of fire. So you've only acquired once. Okay, that's good. And you are done. Yeah, you lose 1 rate of fire when you pivot, so I forgot that. Over here, I think we're going to do the same thing. This 10-2 is in command. We're just going to come onto the board stealthily. That's going to be 0 modifier. Actually, no, it would be a +1, which means this guy would not have a chance of activating. Now I can send in this scout here. He's going to CX. What do we have here? We have 2.5 squads. So I'm going to have to come through here. Oh, this guy's buttoned up. Is he? I'm going to come in that way, actually. I'm going to pivot that way when I come in. And I'm going to stay unbuttoned. This guy here is going to, back to him, we're going to CX. No need to CX. We're just going to come in here for 1. That would be 0 modifier, which means this guy could activate. And we're going to come in as 5. Squad leader fortification. Squad. So that's 2 447s. Maybe I should have faced forward. A leader is a 5. Probably going to be like a 9. Yeah, 9-1. And are we fortified? We are indeed in entrenchment. So that's going to be on the 4 table down 2. 5 on the 4 is a 1 check. and you break with 2 residual in that location. Now you guys are not affected because you moved separately. And then this guy here, if I move, assault move, I think I would keep my concealment because it's not open ground because I have the vehicle as cover. This vehicle is going to button up after I do my command die roll. And I think we're just going to enter the board. Assault moving would be a +1, so no activation from anything here. You guys do have a chance. No, you can't final because you're too far away. And I'm pretty sure I would keep my concealment because it's not open ground because of the vehicle. I might be wrong on that. You guys are going to do the same. Vehicle is in command. Let's stay unbuttoned. This is a total +1 for the grain. If I use non-assault to come to this location, that would cancel out the grain. I would be 5 hexes away. 0 modifier, which would still not activate. So I could use non-assault to come to here. And that would activate this guy here. Alright, we're going to go hatches down. We're going to use non-assault. I'll just get rid of this now. We're going to come here for 1.5. When I come to this location here for 3, that's one of these, right? This guy here will activate. Excuse me. -1 for being in an entrenchment. Come in as a 7, that's a dummy. And then I could come to here for 4. This would be a +1, 2, 3 for the wall. -1 non-assault. No, this would be modified 0, so that would be a +3, 3, 3. None of these guys would activate. This would be a +2, so no activation. So that would be good. And I can come to here actually. Then I would activate this guy here. I'll come to this location here. And that will not activate anything else. And then you guys here. I need to do more scouting. This would be 3, 4, 5, 6 into that. So let's CX this guy here. This would be 1.5. Again, no activation. That'll be 3. 1, 2, down 1 would be 3, too far away. This would be 4, 5, and then I could come into this location here for 6. +1, +2, -1's a +1, 3 hexes away, so this guy here would activate. 5 down 1, so this would be a dummy. This would be 6 move, which means this guy would activate as a 6, and we said 6 was a squad and fortification support weapon. Okay, Squad support weapon 447 and a 10, I think, is a medium. ATR. Okay, 447 with an ATR. And we're going to do a 4 flat. No effect. And activate U. No. This guy here. 5 -1 -2. So yeah, you're going to activate. A 9 is a squad and a support weapon. So squad, support weapon, and fortification is a 1. That's an obstacle or an entrenchment. So we'll see if it's an obstacle. 447 with a no weapon. And it's going to be an an entrenchment, so you're fine. 4 flat. 3 on the 4 is a, I think, a 1. 2 check. And you're fine. Sniper. German and Russian. Alright, so we have 2 snipers, so that's a 4 reduced down to 1 residual. And we have north or south, so it's going to be the south sniper for the German, which is this guy here. And I should write that down, I guess. We're going to go 6 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so who do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4. I would really love to get that back front. So I'm going to head for this guy here. And I'm going to pin him. Alright, for the Russian, it is the north sniper. Which I can't use because there's nobody on board yet, so I'm going to have to use the south one. South sniper goes 3 for 2. 1, 2. Now 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be this guy here. He's already broken. So unfortunately he is actually. Did you just land on the sniper? You're going to hit the frickin' German sniper. Damn it. Damn it. You just hit the sniper. You just pinned the German sniper. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's... Oh wait, you eliminated the German sniper. You just eliminated the German sniper. Wow. Wow. Good shooting sniper. Well, interesting. Interesting. Alright, so, other news. You're still good order. I could final because they did spend 2 move to jump the hedge, but I don't think I will. And then next guy up, we'll CX as well. This will be 3. That'll be 4, so this guy will activate now. -2 will be enough. 10 is a gun. Another 45 long. Yeah, I can see this is going to be I'm going to have to get rid of that. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We shall see how it plays out. Normally you would fire on the unit that activates you, but because we have armor coming, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to keep my conceal. And this guy here would be a +1. 4 hexes away. Too far to activate. We're at 4 right here. This would be 5.5. So I could activate or final fire this guy first. It'll be a 2 flat. No effect. And now we'll activate this guy. A 3 is going to be squad leader, gun, and fortification. Squad leader, gun, and are we fortified or something else? We are at a 1. So 447. We have a gun, which is a mortar. And we have a fortification or obstacle. And that's looking like a 5. So it's a entrenchment. And you're 3 hexes away, good enough to fire the mortar. Let's do that. Oh, 12 as a leader is going to be a 7-0. Alright, so let's do the squad first actually. So it'd be a 4 flat. 7 on the 4 is a pinning. They are fine. And the tube will hit, ready to fire. 5 on the 8's going to be a 2. And they're pinned. Again. That is a hit, ready to fire. On the 8 we have a 9 pinning task check, so that's fine. And you still have rate, so I'm not going to mark it. Alright, now you guys, we're going to go, you're going to lose this. Vehicle, crew exposed, you're an 8-1, is a 9. Your crew exposed is a 10, so you're in command. And we're going to go 3, 4, stop there. You are in command as well. going to go 3, 4. The AT gun's now going to fire. And this will be a +2, small targets a +3, motion vehicles a +5. I forgot motion down here. +5. That immobilized probably would have missed because I forgot the +2 for the motion vehicle. Alright, so over here we have a +2 motion, 2 for the grain, small targets a +5, 5 or less to hit, and that is a miss, rate of fire. If I stop, I can fire again. That will miss and rate of fire. Write the 9-2 command die roll using command, which puts everybody else in as well. And we're going to start with this guy here. Do I need the CX? 3, 4, 5.5. I guess I don't. What am I going to do here? How do I deal with this guy? Yeah, we'll CX. We're going to come here for 4, 5.5. I'm going to final fire for 2 flat. And that's going to miss. Let's fire the tube. Yeah, acquire. That's right. Forgot to put that down. He's actually acquired it twice. I'm not going to switch fire. Not that I could anyways, because I'm too close. And you guys are just going to mosey onto the field. And we'll stop here. You guys will stop here. You guys are going to stop here. And this guy here, what am I going to do with you? You're going to come to here as well. So I'm going to put these guys forward. They're going to jump into the minefield and find out what's exactly there. Alright, over here, we can't do too much because we have the FFE going. So I need a 9-2 to do some leadership die rolls. So this guy here will be able to do the tank as well. Now I can go all the way up to the edge at the FFE. Yeah, let's stop there. (10-2). We'll go to there. Now I think I'm going to lose my conceal. Yeah, that's fine. Let's take it off. Alright, the tank panics. I deleted my leader by mistake. Yeah, the tank is going to panic, which sucks. And he's going to be stopped. He's not going to be in motion, so this 9-2 here is in command. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could move into bypass here. +1 for the FFE, 2 for the building is +3, -1 is a 2. So you guys would activate when I move into this building here. This would be a +1 for the FFE, +2 for the second FFE, +4 for the building. So what we're going to do is, let's do a command die roll for the 9-2. And we're going to send in this brave little lad here, CX. Let's go here for 1.5. That'll be 3. 4.5 with a 0 modifier, so activate, 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 and activate. Start here. Seven is nothing. Seven is nothing. Seven is nothing. 1, 2, both activate. 1, 2, 6 and an 11. What do we get? Squad, support weapon, leader. So 2 squads. Squad, support weapon, and a leader. 628, 458, and 2 LMGs. Actually, one of those would be a engineer support weapon. 628, 458. With a DC. And the leader is going to be a 8-1. Yep. Alright, so that's going to open up with, so we have 3, 7, 10. On the 8's table, down 1. 9 is a pinning, and you're fine. 8 down 1 would be a 4 down on the 2 table residual. So if I come one more to here, let's final. So that would then be a 2 from the squad, 3 from the other guy would be on the 4 down 2. Okay, well, they're dead. And a 2 residual. Which then paves the way for these guys to go 1, bypass 2, bypass, no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I wanted to shoot these guys into here, that would be a +2 for the FFEs. +1 would be a +3, and that would be on the 6 table. 6 up 3. Which I may as well do. 6 up 3. No effect. I could fire a 2 up 3, but that would probably not work either. Yeah, alright. This would be a +1.5, so this guy would actually activate as a 6, so you're dummy. Too far away. Everything here is too far away. Okay, so then you guys would be 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5, 6, and you guys would come in behind here. 10-2 armor leader. We're going to come here for 1, 2, 3. We'll stop there. And I think I'm going to stay hatches up for now. So let's use that, and we're just going to move up. Again, I'm just going to come right to the edge of the grain. Command double for the tank. And we're going to go 3. This would be a +1.5. So if I come to here, this guy would activate, you would activate, you would activate when I'm here actually. You would be too far away. So if I come here, I think I moved my mortars too far. Actually, no, I guess not. Alright, so this guy would activate, as we said, so let's do him as a 10. Again, that's going to be a gun of the fortification. Gun in a trench. So it's going to be at our 76 long artillery, which really sucks. Alright, well, we have APCR, we could fire at the tank, or we can do the infantry. That would be a +1 to hit. Target size would be a +2, and then motion vehicle would be a +4. So it would be 6 or less to hit the tank with APCR. So no APCR. AP, 6 or less to hit. That's a hit in the hull. And a 76 long hull hit is a 13 down 8 would be a nothing for range. So it's going to be a 6 or less to get a kill. That is a miss. 1 greater than, however, might be a non-HE 1 greater is possible shock. And they're fine. And he had rate 1, 2, 3. So the tank spent 1. I could switch to HE and fire on the infantry. I can't fire on the tank yet because he only spent 1. I'd have to wait for him to expend another movement point. But I could fire on the infantry because they spent 2 to get into this location. Let's switch to HE and we'll fire on the infantry with my second shot. So that's a hit. and maintain rate. On the 12 table, 6 on the 12 is a 1, I think. 2 check. 2 check for the 9-1. Broken, 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 broken. Well, this Stug is going to spend a point to stop Go Hatches down, and he's going to fire smoke while he's in this hex. So we're going to Go Hatches down, expend that point. This guy's going to get a chance to fire. 8p. That's going to hit in the hull. And that's going to be 1 greater again, so it's possible shock. And they're fine. And smoke attempt. No smoke. Alright, so you still got rate. But you don't have any APCR. This guy here has to do a command die roll and pass that on to everybody else. So he does it. You guys can all move, and then this guy here will have to take his own. Alright, do I have any scouts? Let's go 1.5, 3. This would be a +2 down 1, would be a +1, 4 hexes away too far to activate. If I move 1 more, I can activate, but I think I'm going to stop there. You guys can only go 1 hex, so you're going to assault move into there. You guys are going to lose this, but you're going to come to here. You're going to stop there. You guys are going to come to here. That 9-1 will not be in command. You're up to bat, buddy. Alright, the 8-1 will suffice, and let's start with this guy here, CX. We're going to come here for 1. That'll be, or 1.5, that'll be 3. A net +1, too far away. This will be 4.5. Now we can activate. 1, 2, 3, 4 possible locations. Let's start here. 8 is a squad, and we have a 628. That's going to be an obstacle, which will generate a 5. 5 is a wire obstacle. Now we can't put any more wire down because it's outside of our area, so we can't put anything down. So that's not going to work. That would be a 2 up 1. No, a 2 flat. So no effect. You're done. This guy here will be activated as a 5 squad leader fortification. Squad leader. Again, nothing. So squad 447, 458. Nope, 447. And an 80. So we're going to have an 8 flat shot, no effect. And you coming in as an 8 squad and a support weapon. Nope, fortified. I'll get it yet. So that's going to be a 447. Seven on the 4 is a pinning task check. And he's finally pinned. Still good order, so we'll do our last activation here. And that comes in as a dummy. Alright, so that's not too bad. Good activation. We've got one more guy here. CX. We're going to do the same thing. Come all the way to here. That'll activate this guy. As a 5. -1, -2 is enough. A 9 is a squad and support weapon. Wrong one. Squad. Support weapon. 4. No, it's a 527 with an LMG. And that's going to be on the 4 table flat. Nothing. Let's come to here. With the mortar and the leader, that would be 4. So we can come to there. Come to there. Everybody just come onto the board. We can do some shooting. And you guys can come on as well. Not enough to activate, so we're going to have to send in this guy here after this guy makes a command die roll. And you're going to see X come to here. Activate these 4 here. Uh, 5 -1 will not be enough. Next, that'll be enough. As a 9. Squad and support weapon. 458 with an ATR. Alright, that's going to be on the 4 flat. 6 on the 4 is a 1. And they're pinned. Still good order. So this guy will be activated as a 3. It's not good. Squad leader gun. I don't think I can have a gun down there. Alright, so we have a squad leader. We have a gun, which can be a mortar. Squad's can be a 447 and an 8-1. Alright, so we'll do the 4 flat first, no effect, and then the mortar tube. That's a miss. Eight squad and support weapon fortified. 6 is a 447. And we'll do a 4 flats. 1 check. And they finally break under the pressure. Which then means you guys can all enter the fray. We'll just come to here, come to there, enter there. Oh wait, 1 tank, 2 tanks. You guys will have to do your own command, and the tank is good as well. This is going to be, I'm hoping I don't generate another back front. You're going to CX. You're going to come this way for 3. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a -1. Now, you would not be in a trench normally because that means you wouldn't be able to be activated. You would have no LOS behind the hedge, so you're not going to be in a trench. Alright, so that being said, there will be a potential activation there. Yep. 6 is a squad support weapon, 447 with a light mortar. So it's going to be a 2 down 1, no effect, and then a shot from the tube. That will be a hit and rate. And a 6 on the 2 is a pinning. And you're pinned. Are you seriously pinned? Well, that didn't go very far, did it? So then next, and that would be a 1 residual in that location from the tube and the shot. So you I can't run down this road because I'm going to leave residual and then I'm going to be walking right through that. So I'm going to have to just walk anyway. So right, you're going to button up. You guys are going to walk down the road. We're going to go 1, 2. You're going to final the squad. 4 flat. 1 check on the 10-2. You pinned the 10-2. You pinned the 10-2. 1, 2. This fucking game. This frickin' game. Well, I guess I'm stopping there. And this guy here. The tube is just going to stop here. So that is -1 for moving and open, which means 6 hexes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this guy would activate as a 2. 7 is a dummy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's too far away. And this guy here would be able to see as well, 6 hexes away, as a 4. 4 is squad support weapon leader. 447 LMG and a 7-0. Pinned the 10-2. That's going to be on the 4 table with a -1. No effect. And then you guys are going to go 3 and stop there. Lastly, you guys are going to go 3, 4.5, 5.5. All right, and that's going to be it for the move. And we'll start with the Russian defensive fire phase.